Hi everyone. So firstly, this is a little bit different for me. I really wanted to do this live. However, I'm in my, well, to be office, which isn't decorated right now. We're going to be redoing it and doing it up. It's just a guest room right now. But it's the room that, because it hasn't been done, that we don't actually mind stick things on the wall. So I wanted to kind of do a training like this because I wanted it to kind of show you a few bits, and I think it kind of needed the demonstration. Now I know that it's flipped right now, so everything's gonna be backwards, but I'm gonna take a picture. I did try and do it so it was the other way around. It was not working out. I've spent about half an hour setting this up. I don't have any more time to waste, so I wanted to just get this recorded and the reason not yet isn't live is because I have no internet in this room, by the way. So the internet doesn't stretch as fast. It's another thing I'm getting sorted, and I can't have it. This is my office until the internet is really reaching and working well in here. So that's why it's a recorded video that I will be uploading later on. So what I really wanted to speak to you about, and what I do is I kind of come here in the camera and speak to you to make sure my head's in there, and then I will go between this, and you probably can kind of see it backwards, but I will also take a picture of it so you see it as well. And what I really wanted to talk today about was something that I'm finding, and I'm doing so much research right now, and the place I'm finding people are really getting stuck is knowing their unique selling point, knowing what is unique about them. And that is a place that all personal branding, all branding starts from. You know, business and everything, and knowing yourself, right? Everything starts from really knowing what is unique about you and how you're different. Because in business, you will not stand out unless you have something unique, a unique selling point. It doesn't work unless there's something about you that kind of comes out. And a lot of people can't find that in themselves, or they're still not sure. And one of the things that I found through a lot of my research that I've done is a lot of people will do programs or courses, and then they end up mimicking whatever they got taught without actually finding, well, what is their piece in the puzzle? You know, what is it that's unique about them? What do they need to bring into reality? So this training today is really going to be honing in on how you find that. I'm going to be doing this document, which hopefully will help you, the lead magnet, which is going to be about the 3 things that you need to start a cohesive, authentic, high-end brand. And I think that would be a really important piece as well. That will have more questions, and that will be more aimed at you as well, through exercises that you can do. But today I wanted to just tell you where it all starts, and finding, so whether you're already in business or whether you're just starting out, the first place you need to get clear on is, what is it you're selling? What are you all about? What service are you giving, right? And you know, it can be coaching, or it could be mentorship, or consultation, or selling a certain product, but everyone does that. So you need to dig a little bit deeper to know, okay, what is it that you give? What is that extra little apple, that little bit of thing that only you have that's different from everything else? You know, like for me, it really is starting from the mindset. So what I do stuff that lots of other people do, right? I help people build businesses. I can do the marketing, the social media. I can help people get consistent clients all the time, just like I have myself. I can do all those pieces, and a lot of other people do them. But the piece for me is my intuition. I start from the inside and then I work out. I get people to find out who they are, to bring that brand into the world. I do the mindset, strategy, and then I can actually physically implement their business, both through the strategy, but also through the creative creation of their visual brand, which is like obviously a side product part of my business, and it's going to become a bigger and bigger part of my business, that I can provide that service. So that's different, but also what's different is me and my story and my uniqueness and my energy, and that's always a part of it, and that's part of yours. So that is what I want to speak about today. So it's like kind of finding your unique selling point and brand. I know you probably can't read that, which is your USP. So you may want to get paper and pen for this. You might want to pause it and go grab that, because I'm going to be giving a bit of information, but it is really simple and clear. I'm not going to, I try to keep my videos concise. We don't have time to waste, right? So I'm going to just tell you what you need to know, and nothing, no extra fluff in there, right? So the way we can find this is through, firstly, our experience. So we become experts either through experience or through research. Now, normally we do both of these. So experience is the things that you've experienced in life. So, and I'm just going to backtrack slightly, is that I would tell anyone to start where they're at. So you may think that this is what I want to do and that's what I want to do. Well, if you're not at that, you can't teach it, okay? So that's why we have to start with our experience that we currently have. Start where you're at with what you've got and what you know right now. Not what you're going to know in 5 years, not what you're going to know once you've, started, implementing some stuff or worked with a few people, what you know now. So what is it that you offer? What is the value you give to people? What is it that you can help them with? What is it that you know that you know that you know? So I keep hearing time and time again at the moment. So it's the experience that you have. So this can be through your unique story. This can be through jobs and stuff that you've done. This can be through, you know, your own experiences. This can be through anything. So I'll just apply it to me to make it really, really obvious, right? Experience. So I can teach someone branding because I've done visual branding, and because I know a lot about branding, and it's part of what I studied, and I have experience in implementing it. I've implemented it in my own brand, in other people's brand, so I can teach that. I could teach people to how to have consistent clients because I have done that myself since day one in my business. I've had consistent clients come in. I've never had a month that I've never had a client. I know how to do that. I've mastered that. So I can teach people that because I have experience in it. I can teach people how to do, you know, mindset things, NLP, because I've learned that. Now, I wouldn't say because I'm not a qualified NLP practitioner. However, I've read up on it and I've learned it and I've done courses on it. I can teach little bits and pieces, but that is more research. That's not as much experience with that one. But, you know, it's, and also, you know, part of your story, you know, I'm very different to the rest of my family. That is what attracts a lot of people to me. I left my corporate job, so there's all these different things I could go on, and I don't want to make it about me, but I just want to give you some examples that you can go with. So maybe have a think about, what are your experience, what are you experienced in, what can you teach people, what do you already really know? And that is one part of it. Now the other part, and these two, if you can do them both together, and this is what it should be, is research. So research, if you can see that, I know it's backwards, is the stuff that you've researched, right? So you become an expert as well through research. So, you know, I am an expert in, well, I'm not sure what you can say I'm an expert in, but, you know, I'm an expert from the research that I've done. So I'm a certified coach, and I have a degree in media, culture and communication. I have, you know, A-levels and studies in sociology and communication psychology. And that is kind of my research, but also I'm very well read, and I do a lot of research through reading and books and learning. So you've got to think about, again, when you put these two together, and again, my experience and my research is why I do what I do right now, right? You can hopefully see that. And that is ideally what you want to do, is when you have the experience in something and the research, that's when they come together, and that's when you create something unique. That is your USP. So what was I going to say about the research? So yeah, so also, you know, the questions you might want to think about with the research expert piece is, you know, what is it that you love researching? What is it that you could read all day? What is it that you research a lot? What books do you love? You know, like that kind of thing. When you think about, what do I love researching? What can I do all the time? Again, that gives you an idea of what you're good at, what you're meant for, because obviously that's the deeper pieces into this, and you know, when we find our brand. You know, thinking about what comes natural to you, what do you love reading and learning about. Again, the experience is about what comes natural to you. You know, what do people keep asking you about? What do people come, so for this piece, what do people come to you for? What do people go to you and ask you those questions you keep getting? You know, Brendan Bouchard has a good example here, because he became such a great expert in certain pieces that he just became seen as a trusted figure, which is what I'm going to come to next. And people would come to him, like his sister would come to him for marriage advice. Now, he's never been married, so he has no experience in that area. But what he did is, because she trusted him, because he was so good in other areas, that she saw him as a trusted figure and came to him about that, even though that wasn't what his niche was in. You know, that's what you become when you're kind of out there and you're giving knowledge. People will ask you for other things. So what he did was he researched it. He read loads of books, he learned, and then he was able to give his sister the advice because he'd researched the topic. And that is the thing, is like, you know, I'm finding that myself when I go into my next level. So yes, I am certified in business, and I have experience in branding, and I have my degrees and blah, 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 blah. I'm a certified coach, transformational coach. But now I'm like doing a certified business strategy course. So I'm going to be a certified business strategist this spring, because I'm doing the next level. I'm implementing, you know, the next level. I'm going higher and higher. I also want to be certified as an NLP practitioner. So again, I'm looking at that. I'm doing a course in PR. So these are all the areas that I'm now I've kind of got this experience, take me to the next level. I'm continuing researching and kind of developing myself so I can be of more value in more ways to more people. Okay. So this can constantly change and evolve. evolve. But the important things to grasp is to start where you are with what you have. So maybe, you know, spend some time, you know, in the next few days writing out, you know, what is your experience? What is it people are coming to you for? What is it that you already do and you already know that you can teach people? Because that's what they're going to go to you for. Then have a look at what research have you done? Where are you educated? You know, what diplomas do you have, degrees, qualifications, certifications? What do you read up on all the time? What do you really, really know about because you've researched it to death? And, you know, put these two together and see what comes up for you. Because the next step is really about you also being a trusted figure and people liking you. So people need to see you, and obviously that's a whole other piece I'll go into another day, the visibility piece and all of that. People need to see you, you need to be out there, and they need to see you as a kind of trusted figure. They need to like you, they need to see that you're doing good in the world. And this is why my brand now really, and you'll see this as I'm changing kind of my marketing and just upgrading my message. And you know, my clients mention this to me time and time again, and it's what I stand for, is being authentic. Like, I just, you know, really want to see people be their authentic self. And when I feel that someone's not being authentic, I don't vibe with them. And this is why I want to help more and more of my clients really bring out their authentic self by knowing these things and so much more. Obviously, so many levels, but starting here and then showing that to the world. So showing who they really are, not being scared, having a clear message, having a clear mission, and bringing that to light, because that is the only way. You know, I get clients through doing videos and through speaking on the phone because they vibe with me and they see who I am. Who I am on video, who I am on the calls, who I am in person is the same person. You're not going to get different people. And anyone who knows me in person, feel free to kind of, you know, jibe it in and testify to that one. And this is what it is all about. So these are the things that you want, and this is how you are going to create a successful brand, a brand that is authentic to you, that is high end, that is all you, that's cohesive. Like, that cohesive piece doesn't just come from your, you know, Instagram looking like your Facebook page, looking like your website, looking like your emails. It isn't just that. It's who you are in person, and that person coming out into the online space. Because you're only going to stand out in the online space if that translates. And too often, and I'm sure you can agree with me here, is that you just see the same message over and over again online, right? You see the same people offering the promise of 5K months, 10K months, showing that they got to 6 figures in 6 months or a year, showing the same things, doing the same poses and pictures, using the same branding colors, same, right? And that doesn't stand out and only lasts so long because they're copying a model that already worked. Don't just copy a model that already worked. You know, obviously through your training and learning, yes, there are certain actions and marketing and things that work that you need to do. But what really is going to work for you is you being you, and you coming out into the world and you digging deep. And you can you can do that yourself, but the best way is with a one-on-one coach, not a group program. And that is the problem I see in group programs. But a one-on-one coach to really bring that out of you, reflect it back, for you to find who you are and then to show it to the world. And obviously there's so many different ways you can do that, and that is all part of obviously what I teach too. But once you know that, that is your starting point. And whether you've been in business for a couple of years and things are plateauing, or you want to go deeper with your brand, your message, you know, this is applicable to everyone, wherever you are in business, because we always need to keep renewing. You know, I'm doing that right now. I'm about to create more courses and programs and info products, so that I can, you know, up level my business, and I'm not just working one-to-one, but I'm also able to serve so many more people, you know, and leverage my time as well. So I'm able to create more as well. So, you know, this is all kind of part of it. I'm trying to remember if I diverse there a little bit. But, you know, you need to put together, so you need to find your unique selling point. And you do that through your experience, your research, but then you need to be authentic, and you need to come across as a good person, because all of us here, and this is what this community is about, is, you know, we are good people and we are trying to make a difference in the world, and that needs to come across. And sometimes when some of these pieces, like you're not sure what you're doing, or you have visibility issues, all these things can actually hinder you from getting that message across authentically. You know, if you're just copying someone else, if you're going, okay, they did that, it worked, I'll do that. Or if you're copying someone's brand, message, anything, that's not going to work for you. Something that works for someone else is not necessarily going to work for you. So it is finding, there's so many different ways to do it. Just like, you know, if you want to get fit, there's loads of different exercises you do, diets you can do. They're still going to give you the same outcome, but there are different ways of getting there. the whole point is that you find your unique path there. You find your unique message and then your path. And this is really what, you know, the essence of what my coaching is about now. And this is what I really want to implement, because I'm seeing so many people struggle in this area and they're not getting consistent clients, and they're struggling, and it's really hard for them because they haven't done the first piece and they haven't gone to this level. They've just kind of just thrown themselves in and going, hey, I'm a coach, and they're not really clear on the deep inner pieces that you need to do first. And obviously mindset and all that is part of it to get yourself out there, but it comes from a place of really knowing yourself. Because once you know yourself, and once you know what you stand for and what you're about, what your the unique qualities you have, and even if you think you don't, you do. You have a unique story, you have a unique message, a unique mission that no one else on this planet has, and that is what is going to make you stand out. So it needs to come to form, and you know, this is what you're going to be seeing more of. Like, I am going to be doing this for more and more clients, and I'm so excited about it. I love seeing people come, and I'm feeling emotional just talking about it, but come to me, you know, stuck and oh my god, sorry, you know, and not sure where they want to, you know, be. And I've experienced this myself, so I can really empathize with it. But we all sorry, we all start from somewhere, right? And we need to spend some time kind of working inwards first and reflecting on who we are and what it is we really want to do, because it isn't just about money. Money comes when you do these pieces first, when you are clear on who you are and what you really want to do and give. And me and my husband, we're spending time really thinking about the larger pieces. You know, when I think about wanting to be wealthy, I'm like, I don't want to be stuck by, you know, having to make financial choices. I want everything to be on purpose. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to have a team that I can pay well. I want to, you know, influence more people, help the environment, help children, you know, be able to take people out and treat them without worrying. You know, they're the bigger pieces that I really, really want to do, you know, and it's like there are so many, we have to start really from that big picture and break it down, but we have to kind of start from the big picture, break it down. We also need to start inside of us and break it out, you know? And, you know, that is what me and my husband really, really want to do. And we were talking about it the other day, and, you know, I was like, oh, do you know what? I'd love to have a client who was really retro, so we could create a retro brand and bring that out, you know, because you never see that. Or someone who was really feminine, who loved pastel colors. And I was like, and also like, you know, like La La Land, like that kind of movie style, like someone who that was about, like, wouldn't it be so cool? But it's like, it's all about whoever that person is. But I was like, oh God, I really want to create these and see people who have these unique styles and see them brought to life, because that is how you're going to stand out. Firstly, doing the internal pieces and then executing the external pieces. And that's when people are like, who is this person, right? So that is all I had to say. Sorry I got a little bit emotional, but I hope that, you know, it translates that I'm so passionate, and I so want, you know, I want people not to, like, you know, start and go, oh, you know, I failed and given up. It's because you haven't done this piece. You haven't gone inside first. There's the mindset pieces, there's things keeping you stuck. Obviously, I find that time and time again, my own clients, and we work on that. You know, that is why mindset's key, right? But it's also finding out what it is. You know, what is it deep inside you that only you have, you know? And it comes from these pieces. It comes from your experience, your research, what you love doing, what everyone asks you about. And then also that's what it's all about, you and how you come across to the world. Because you could figure all this out, but if you're not getting out there, if you're not talking to people, if you're not, you know, coming across authentic and real and someone that people can relate to and that they like, then no one's going to want to work with you either, right? So it needs to come to the world. And I know if you cram up in front of a camera, it might not come across, or if you've gone and got some cheap crappy branding, it might not come across, and you haven't thought about these things before you went and you spoke to a designer, which most people don't. And this is the part of the reason me and my husband are doing this, because we've seen people go to a designer saying, hey, I want a brand. Well, what do you want? I like this colour, I like that colour. That's not where it starts. Yeah, you like those colours, but why? What's the deeper pieces? You know, all of that translates. Your visual brand should come from within, and that is when you're going to have a brand that's like, wow, that's you. That's what I hear time and time again, right? People come to my house and say to me, oh my God, your house is so on brand. You know, and it's like, yeah, because this is me, and I've managed to create that, and I've been lucky enough to have a husband who is able to do that with me, and we've done this with other people now, and again it translates online so well, and we want to continue doing that. So that's all I have to say, really. I hope you found that really, really useful and that you can start doing that work. I'm working really flat out this week. I have an event this weekend, so I'm working really flat out, and I'm trying to get this 3-step branding guide kind of created for you as well, which will be completely free. And in the meantime, if you have any questions on this, or if you are looking for a one-on-one coach, it's the last day of the month now. I have, my goal now is to, I've got a couple of clients finishing, and is to kind of sell out my one-on-one by the end of next week. I don't want to have to be swapping and changing, doing lots and lots of different bits and pieces. So I'm planning, I've got a couple more spaces, and I'm planning to kind of sell those out at the beginning of the month, so I can focus on all the other things and on my clients exclusively without getting them in. So if you are looking for a coach, if you want that one-on-one support, I will take you through all of this and so much more. You know, obviously the implementation of the whole business, and also the mindset pieces, and really getting to know what your USP is so we can take it out. And obviously if it's for you, we can get that brand created as well. I could talk about this all day long. I'm so passionate about this subject. And really, you know, when you're picking a one-on-one coach, when it's someone like that, you need to make sure that you can vibe with them, and it's all about that phone call and seeing how you feel. You know, you do get a feel. Like, I knew some of my coaches just from seeing videos of them that I wanted to work with them. So if you do vibe with me, if you're looking for that support and you want to go to your next level, if you want a brand that really comes out and is all you, and you want to know how you create consistent clients, how to use social media, I can do all of those pieces and stuff as well. But this is what I specialize in, going from the inside and bringing it out, and finding what this is to you, and you know, your USP, to bring this out into the world, you know, your unique brand and your unique business, and so that you can have that successful freedom-based business starting internally and bringing it out externally in like the most amazing way. And I can't wait to do this for more and more people. Now my husband's on board. Tomorrow's his last day at his job, and he'll be joining me full-time in the business. He's been inundated, like just completely, like I think he had 30 emails sent to him yesterday, so we're getting our VA to kind of step in and reply to them because it's just so many people. But that's amazing. So he'll be able to, he's prioritizing full brands as well. So again, he can do that if you're interested in just branding, if you're thinking about doing the both, and I guide you through it, and we do all this first, which I highly recommend, and then you get a brand, and then you're like, wow, look at this, you know, and that is what everyone else will think when they see you online. And it is all about it being you and that uniqueness, you know, and it coming out online and translating, not looking like everything else, being you and your unique message and what you can offer, because you do have something, whether whatever you feel about it, maybe you kind of know you do, but you haven't been able to get it fully out. Get it fully out, because that's when it's going to go bang, and you're going to really make a difference, not only to your own life, but to so many other people's lives. So that's my message today. I hope you found this training useful. It's a much longer one, but I really wanted to go into a bit more depth for you, and really, you know, help you with this, and give you, you know, really tell you what it's all about and where it all starts. And what I've noticed, because I'm doing so much research and learning so much, that I see this is where people are getting stuck. And it doesn't matter if you're getting shown structures to create a 7-figure business. If you aren't sure what your unique offering is or how to offer it, you're not going to go anywhere. So it all starts with that piece, and then bringing it out. You know, if you've got this amazing high-end service, then it needs to come out in an amazing high-end authentic brand as well, you know, online. It doesn't matter if you're only calling people and that you're doing things one-on-one. It doesn't matter so much. However, if you've got an online business, then, you know, your online brand and presence is really important too. And that's how you stand out, you know, before you even speak, because people see stuff before you talk, right? It's whether they want to click on that or go on there, they see the visuals and they see if they resonate with them. So I hope that was useful. If you're looking for a one-on-one coach, please send me a personal message, or I will stick the link below to book a call. I'll be doing those next week, because this week is very busy for me. But yeah, I'd love to connect with more of you. Any questions, put them below. And yeah, I enjoyed doing that training today, and I hope you found it really useful. And I will be back on here very soon. Bye.